The Codex Amiatinus, the oldest surviving manuscript of the Bible. Picture this: a monastery on a cold, windswept hill in Northumbria in the 8th century. Monks in brown robes huddle around a dim candle, their hands steady as they painstakingly write, illuminate, and bind the greatest story ever told. Outside, the world is a dark place. Wars rage, empires fall, and knowledge hangs by a fragile thread. Yet in the silence of the scriptorium, something incredible is born. The Codex Amiatinus, the oldest surviving complete manuscript of the Bible. Fast forward to today, that very book weighing over 75 pounds in Florence, Italy. It's not just a religious relic, it's a testament to human dedication, resilience, and the desire to preserve something greater than ourselves. But here's the thing. This book isn't just history, it holds lessons for us about how we view knowledge, spirituality, and even ourselves. We're going to explore through the lens of psychology, philosophy, conspiracy, and spirituality. This is more than a historical artifact, it's a guide to improving your mindset and understanding your place in the universe. Before we get started, what's up? My name's Nick Jackson, and my channel is here to give you insights on philosophy, psychology, conspiracy, and spirituality. If any of those things are interesting to you, subscribe to my channel and make sure you like the video to help push me forward in the algorithm. The Codex Amiatinus was created around the year 700 by monks at the Wearmouth Jari Abbey. It wasn't a small project. This was a monumental task requiring over 500 calf skins for parchment, years of labor, and meticulous attention to detail. Think about that for a second. These monks weren't working for fame or fortune, they were working for a purpose they believed in deeply: to preserve the Word of God for future generations. That kind of dedication feels almost alien today. We live in an age of instant gratification, where we can Google anything, stream anything, and forget everything just as quickly. But the Codex Amiatinus reminds us of the power of patience and persistence. As Confucius said, it does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. There's a lesson here for all of us. Whatever your Codex Amiatinus is, your passion project, your dream, your goal, it's worth effort. Greatness isn't achieved overnight, it's built page by page, just like this ancient manuscript. Let's talk about the physical weight of the Codex Amiatinus. Over 75 pounds. Imagine carrying that. It's a literal burden, but also a symbolic one. The monks weren't just carrying a book, they were carrying knowledge, faith, and the hope of a better world. In philosophy, this ties to the idea of burden and responsibility. As I always remind you, Friedrich Nietzsche wrote, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." The monks had a why that was bigger than themselves. They believed their work would outlive them and impact generations to come. Now ask yourself, what knowledge are you carrying? What burdens have you chose to bear and why? Sometimes the weight of our responsibilities can feel crushing, but it's also what gives our lives meaning. From a psychological perspective, the Codex Amiatinus is a fascinating example of how humans preserve what they value. The monks believed that the Bible wasn't just a book, it was the foundation of their entire worldview. By preserving it, they were preserving their identity. Modern psychology tells us that humans have an innate desire to create something lasting. This is called generativity, a term coined by Erik Erikson. It's the drive to contribute to the world and to leave a legacy. Think about it. We write books, take photos, and post on social media, not just for ourselves, but for others to remember us. The Codex Amiatinus is a 1,300-year-old reminder that this desire to be remembered, to make an impact, has always been with us. The Codex Amiatinus isn't just a book, it's a spiritual artifact. Every stroke of the pen, every illuminated letter, was done in the act of worship. The monks believed they were connecting with the divine through their work. This raises the important spiritual question: how do we connect with something greater than ourselves? For the monks, it was through their craft. For others, it might be through art, meditation, or helping others. As Rumi once said, let yourself be silently drawn to the strange pull of whatever you really love. It will not lead you astray. The Codex Amiatinus challenges us to find our own sacred connection. What work can you do that feels like a form of worship? What can you create that feels divine? No discussion of ancient texts would be complete without diving into a little conspiracy. Some theorists suggest that the Codex Amiatinus might contain hidden messages or esoteric knowledge. After all, the Bible itself is full of symbolism and numerology, and some believe that the monks may have embedded secret codes into the manuscript. While there's no concrete evidence for this, it's an intriguing idea. Could the Codex Amiatinus hold more than meets the eye? Even if it doesn't, the conspiracy mindset reminds us to question what we see and look deeper. As Socrates said, the unexamined life is not worth living. So what can we learn from the Codex Amiatinus? To improve our mindset, first, it teaches us the value of commitment. These monks spent years on a single project, driven by a purpose greater than themselves. What could you achieve if you dedicated yourself to something with that same level of focus? Second, it reminds us to think long-term. The monks didn't create the Codex for immediate gratification, they created it for future generations. In a world obsessed with quick wins, the Codex challenges us to play the long game. And finally, it inspires us to create something meaningful. Whether it's a piece of art, a business, or a relationship, the Codex Amiatinus proves that what we build with love and care can stand the test of time. The Codex Amiatinus is more than just a book. It's a symbol of human resilience, creativity, and faith. It reminds us that even in the darkest of times, we can create something beautiful, something that lasts. As always, thanks for watching. Value learning, keep growing, and success will come. If this video inspired you, share it with someone who might need to hear it. Let's keep the conversation going in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.